Students, we are in chapter 11, that is network examples and protocols. Network examples and protocols. So in the previous classes we have discussed introduction related to network and examples related to network. Similarly, we have finished the definition for internet, intranet, extranet, and similarly we completed the mobile networking also. So in the mobile networking we have discussed generations also. So totally how many generations are there? Yes, totally 5 you people will be having. We discussed all the 5. We have discussed the 5 generations, and by now we are going to continue with a new concept, that is your RFID. And by now we are going to continue with the topic, that is RFID. What do you mean by RFID? Could you able to guess it? Whether there is any expansion for RFID? Yes, RFID stands for radio frequency identification. So RFID stands for radio frequency identification. So by the name itself you people now able to understand what is RFID. So RFID concept is used for the purpose of identification. So by using this concept you people can identify something. What you people can identify? Yes, that now we can discuss. Okay, yes, for example, you people consider nowadays each and every product is having a barcode. So how the barcode is read for you people? Yes, by using a barcode scanner or by a barcode reader, you will be able to read the information that is in the barcode. By using a reader or by a scanner, you people can get the information that is stored in the barcode. It is more or less the same case with the RFID also. Here also, each and every object is going to have a tag. That tag is going to have the information related to the object. By using a RFID reader, we are going to read the information that is available in the RFID tag. Okay, yes, just you people have it in your mind, the barcode reader and the product that is going to have the barcode. Similar is the case, but the concept is more or less same, but it is not exactly same for you. Okay, so in the case of RFID, you are going to have a tag, and by using a reader you are going to read the information that are available in the tag. Yes, we can continue with our topic. Yes, first we can see by means of which concept RFID is going to read the information. Means it is going to use radio waves. So here itself we are having in the name itself we are having the term radio. So by using radio waves, this device is going to read and capture the information that is stored on the tag. So by using the radio waves, it is going to read the information. Read and capture the information. Okay, capture the information. So while you people are using the barcodes reader, where the object will be and where the scanner will be, yes, they will be having direct contact. In front you must have the barcode object which is having the barcode. In front of it must have the reader or the scanner. But in the case of RFID, the tag, the object which is having the tag, no need to be in the direct, that is நேருக்கு நேரா இருக்கணும்னு அவசியம் இல்லை. It can be at certain distance also. No need to have a direct contact. It can be at a certain distance also. So the reader can read the information although the tag is some distance apart. So here the RFID has been made up of 2 parts. So RFID is going to have 2 parts. So what are the 2 parts? It is going to have 2 parts. So what are they? The first one, it is your reader. And the next one, it is your tag. Otherwise you people can call it as label. So RFID is going to have 2 parts. What are they? Reader, and the next one is your tag. So in the case of tag, it is going to have a transmitter and receiver. Tag is going to have transmitter and receiver. It is going to have the transmitter and the receiver. Why you need a transmitter? Yes, to transmit the information, receiver to receive the signals. Okay, ma'am. So similarly, now we can see what are the components that are available in this tag. What are the components that are available in the tag? So this tag is going to have two components. That is your microchip, and the next one it is your antenna. So the tag is going to have two components. That is your first one, it is your microchip, and the next one it is your antenna. So by the name itself, you people could have got an idea why you need a microchip and why you need an antenna. So what is the tag is going to do? It is going to transmit and receive. It is going to have a transmitter and a receiver. Okay, ma. So what are the components that are available in a tag? It is going to have two components. The first one, it is your microchip, and the next one, it is your antenna. So what is the work or what is the task of a microchip? Yes, it is going to store and process the information. It stores and process the information. What is the microchip in the tag is going to do? It is going to store and process the information. And next you people are having another one component. It is your antenna. So you people know what an antenna is going to do. Yes, it is going to receive and transmit a signal. So it is going to receive and transmit signals. So these are the two components that are seen in a tag for you. So RFID is going to have two parts. What are they? Reader and a tag. So the tag is made up of two components. That is your microchip, and the next one it is your antenna. So what is the task of a microchip? Yes, it is going to store and process the information. And what is of antenna? It is going to receive and transmit a signal. Okay, ma. So from where this tag is going to send all the information? Yes, from its memory bank, it is going to reply with the information. So this tag is going to have a memory bank. In this memory bank only, all the informations regarding that object will be stored, and from that bank, the tag will be able to send or transmit the information. And what is the task of the reader? So the reader will read all the information that are in the tag, and it will be sending it to a RFID computer program. So clear with what is the basic concept that is related to your RFID. So while having a glance over the RFID, just you people remember the barcode reader and the object with or a particle with an barcode. What is the actually what will be done there? So the barcode will be read by using a barcode reader. So at that time, the object must be in straight. While you are scanning that one, it must be in front. The object with the barcode must be in front of that only. So that is the concept. Just have a glance, think over it, and have a glance over the RFID. But both are of more difference only. We can't say it is of exactly same, but just to have a idea over that one. Since you people are familiar with the barcode reader, no? So only that example is compared with the RFID. So here RFID is going to works with radio waves. So by means of radio waves only, it is going to read and capture the information. So RFID is made up of two parts, or it is going to have two parts. What are they? The first one, it is your reader, and the next one, it is your tag or the label. The next one, it is your tag or the label. So reader, by using that reader, you people are going to read the information that is available in the tag. So what is the tag is going to do? It is going to have a transmitter and a receiver. So the tag is made up of two components. What are they? Microchip, and the next one, it is your antenna. So tag is made up of two components. It is your microchip, and the next one, it is your antenna. So what is the task of a microchip? The microchip is going to store and process the information. So what is the antenna is going to do? Antenna is going to receive and transmit a signal. So clear with the concept. Next we can see what are the two types of RFID tags. Next we can see what are the two types are active RFID, that is your active RFID tag, and the next one it is your passive RFID tag. So now we are going to see two types of RFID tag. So clear with the introduction that is related to RFID? Yes, now we can see what are the two things that are available under RFID tag. The first one it is your active, and the next one it is your passive. First one it is your active RFID, and the next one it is your passive RFID. So what is the difference between active and passive means? Passive will be used in the case of passive RFID, it is going to use radio wave energy. This is going to use radio wave energy to read the information. So this is going to use radio wave energy to read the information that is stored in the tag for you. It is going to use the radio wave energy to read the information that is stored in the RFID tag. But in the case of active, it is going to use, that is, it is going to get the power by the battery that is already installed there. So this active RFID is nothing but it is a battery powered RFID tag and is installed with, it is going to have a small battery inside. That battery is going to provide power, and by means of that power it is able to broadcast that information. Okay, so RFID tag is of two, that is your active, and the next one it is your passive. So active is nothing but it is going to generate power of its own itself. For generating the power of its own, it is going to have a battery inside. But in the case of passive, it is going to use radio wave energy to, it is using radio wave energy to send what are the information it is going to have in the tag. Similarly, for the purpose of receiving also, it is going to use the radio wave energy. So that is the difference between RFID tag, that is your active, and the next one it is your passive. Next, we are going to discuss what are the main components of a RFID system. So first, you people are going to have a RFID tag. So for each and every RFID, you will be having a RFID tag, and the next one you will be having a reader. The next component it is your reader, and the next component it is your controller. So these are the three components of a RFID system. ஒரு சிஸ்டமில் உனக்கு RFID சிஸ்டமில் உனக்கு என்னெல்லாம் இருக்க போகுது? ஒரு டேகு, ஒரு ரீடர், ஒரு கண்ட்ரோலர். சரியா? So first RFID tag. We can discuss about RFID tag. So this tag is going to have a silicon chip. It is going to have a silicon microchip. It is going to have a silicon microchip. And next it is going to have an antenna. Next it is going to have an antenna. So where these two are placed? Yes, these two are placed on a substrate for you people. That is your substrate. What do you mean by this one? It is nothing but it is a base. அதாவது கீழே ஒரு பேஸ் வச்சு அதுக்கு மேலே உனக்கு என்ன இருக்க போகுது? ஆண்டனாவும் சிலிக்கான் சிப்பும் இருக்கும். அதாவது எப்படி இருக்குன்னா, yes, it will be like this. So it is surrounded, it will be having your antenna coil, it will be having. Here you will be having a base. இந்த இடத்துல ஒரு வெள்ளையாக ஒரு இடம் இருக்கலாம். இதை தான் நம்ம என்னன்னு சொல்ல போகிறோம்? You are going to tell it as a base, that is your substrate, and here only you people are going to have a silicon chip. இந்த இடத்துல தான் உனக்கு என்ன இருக்க போகுது? உன்னோட சிலிக்கான் சிப் இருக்க போகுது. சரியா? So it is your chip. So these are the square shape I have drawn for you know. So that and are your antenna coil. Okay, like this only your chip and your antenna will be designed for you people on the micro RFID tag. Next it is your RFID reader. So by the name itself you people can understand it is going to read all the information. So for the purpose of reading, it will be having a scanner. The scanner, after reading, what it has to do? It has to transmit the signals, transmit and receive the signal. For the purpose of transmitting and receiving the signal, what it will be having? Yes, it will be having an antenna. So this reader is going to have a scanner. The scanner is with antennas. Why you people need an antennas? Yes, to transmit and receive signals. So this antenna is used for the purpose of transmit and receive signals. Okay, transmit. Why there is a need to transmit and receive signals? Yes, for the purpose of communication. For the purpose of communication, you are in need of this antenna. So that is your second component, it is your reader. And the next you people are going to have the next one, it is your controller. Next one, it is your controller. So by the name itself, you people can have an idea what is a controller. So it is a host computer with a microprocessor. It is a host computer with a microprocessor. By using this microprocessor only, you people can receive the input and process the data. So controller is nothing but it is your host computer, and it is going to have a microprocessor. It is going to have a microprocessor. This microprocessor only it is going to receive the data and process it. Receive data and process it. So clear with the three components. That is what are the main components of an RFID system. Yes, the first one, it is your RFID tag. It is a silicon microchip, and it is going to have an antenna. Each and everything are placed on a substrate for you people. Okay, and the next one, it is your reader. Reader is nothing but, by the name itself, you people will be got an idea. It is going to have a scanner with antenna. The antenna is going to transmit and receive signals. Why there is a need to transmit and receive signals? Yes, for the purpose of communication, you are having this one. And the next one, it is your controller. Controller is nothing but it is your host computer, in which it is going to have a microprocessor. What is the work of the microprocessor? Yes, it is going to receive the data and process it, and it is going to receive the data from the input, and that is receive means it is going to read the data and process the data. That is the work of the microprocessor. So clear with the RFID main components. Yes, next we can see what are the two types of RFID system. So early we have discussed what are the two of RFID tag. The next one we are going to see, it's your RFID system. What are the two types of RFID systems? What are the two types? Yes, first one, it is your active RFID system, and the next one, it is your passive RFID system. First one, it is your active RFID system, and the next one, it is your passive RFID system. So active means what? Yes, it is going to have its own power supply. In this one, it is going to have own power supply. That is it is going to have own power source. By means of this power source, it is able to cover larger distance. It is able to cover larger distance. So where and all it is used? Yes, it is used for high value goods. Yes, it's simple to say, for the purpose of vehicles, you will be using active RFID system. So in the case of active RFID system, it is able to produce its own power source. So by means of that, it is able to cover larger distance. What are the objects it is able to cover? It is high value objects like vehicles. So what is a passive RFID system? Yes, in this tag is going to get the power from a reader antenna. From some other, it is going to get the power. So they are used for shorter range of distance. So this passive RFID system is nothing but it is going to get power through power from a reader antenna. So get power from a reader antenna. Okay, wow. And the next one, active is able to cover larger distance, but in this case it is able to cover only shorter distance. So passive RFID is able to cover only shorter distance. That is for the purpose of shorter range of transmissions. Passive RFID is used for you. Okay, so what are the two types of RFID? Yes, it is your active RFID system, and the next one, it is your passive RFID system. Active means nothing but it is able to get the power source by its own. That is, it is able to produce its own power source. It is able to cover larger distance and in which case it is able to use and to track high value goods like vehicles. It is used, that is, which is used for you, active RFID system is used. Passive RFID system, yes, it get power from a reader antenna and it is able to cover only shorter distance only. So clear with the types of RFID system. Next, we are going to discuss working of a passive RFID system. So now we are going to see the working of passive. So already we have discussed what are the two types of RFID. Yes, it is your passive RFID and the next one it is your active RFID. So by now we are going to see the working of a passive RFID. So you people know passive RFID, how the energy source is produced for it, whether it is going to have its own power source or it is going to get a power from another source. Yes, for a passive, it is going to get the power from another power source only. It is going to get a power from another source. So from which source it is going to get the power? Yes, from another reader, it is going to get the power. It is going to get the power. So in that, it is by which method it is going to generate the power, means by means of inductive coupling method. By means of inductive coupling method, it is going to generate power and that power is received by the passive tag. That power is going to receive by the RFID tag. So what do you mean by inductive coupling method? Yes, this method means transfer of energy from one circuit to another by the mutual inductions between the two circuits. So by means of some mutual, so there's two circuits will be more or less near to that, and by means of some process it is going to get the power supply. So in this case you people are going to have some transfer of energy. Just you people consider some coil like this, okay va? So this end it is going to have a coil and in between you people are going to have the energy source, okay. Well, these two are a coil for you people. By means of inductive coupling method, you people are going to get energy for your tag. That is, reader is going to generate the power and it is sent to the tag for you. So this end you will be having the reader and to this side you will be having the tag, okay. Well, so how the tag is going to get the energy or the power? Yes, RFID tag gets power from the reader through the, yes, by means of which process? Yes, by means of inductive coupling process, okay. So passive RFID system it is going to use, so this is your tag. How the tag is going to get the power? How the system is going to get the power? Yes, by means of EM method, that is your electromagnetic wave. It is going to get the power by means of electromagnetic wave. Electromagnetic waves, yes, it is going to send and receive the information. So this is the case by means of which the passive RFID is going to work for you. Passive means nothing but it is going to get the power source from another. It is unable to generate power of its own. It is going to get that from another only. So how the tag is going to get the energy? Yes, by means of inductive coupling method it is going to get the energy. The whole RFID system is going to get the energy by means of EM wave propagation method. What do you mean by EM? EM is nothing but electromagnetic waves that are received by the antenna. So these waves are received by the antenna, okay. Wow. Yes, this is the case how the passive RFID is going to work for you. Passive is nothing but, the main point that you people have to remember is passive, it is unable to generate power of its own and it is going to get it from another source. So tag, it is by means of inductive coupling method and the whole system is going to get the energy by means of electromagnetic wave. And next we are going to see the working of active RFID, that is the working of active. So just now we have finished for your passive, and next we are going to discuss your active RFID system. So active RFID system here, it is able to generate power of its own itself. So the reader is going to send the signal to the tag using an antenna. So here reader sends the signal to the tag using an antenna. And next what it is going to happen? Yes, the tag receives this information and resend the information in its memory. So what else information it is having its memory, it is going to resend it back. The reader receives this signal and transmit to the processor for further processing. So then the reader is going to receive the signal and transmit it to the processor for further processing. That is the working of a active RFID system. So just now we have finished the working of a passive RFID system, and the next one, it is your working of a active RFID system. So clear with the topic. So what else we have discussed by today? Yes, first we finished the introduction that is related to the RFID. Next we finished types of tags. So what are the types you people will be having? Yes, active. Next one, it is your passive. Next, what else we have discussed? Yes, what are the components of a... What are the components? What are the first component for you? Yes, the first one, it is your RFID tag. RFID tag. Next one, it is your reader. And the next one, it is your controller. And next topic, what else we have discussed? And the next one, it is your types of RFID system. Types of RFID. What are the types you people are having? Yes, it is your active RFID system, and the next one, it is your passive. And the next we have finished the working of RFID. Both the RFID, working of RFID, both. What are the both? Active, and the next one, it is your passive. Yes, these two will finish. Yes, what do you mean by active? Active can produce its own power source. It will be having its own power source. But in the case of passive, yes, it is going to depend, or it is going to get power from an antenna. Get power from an antenna. So clear with the topic. What else we have discussed by today? Yes, we have discussed RFID. RFID is nothing but it is your radio frequency identification, and it is uses wireless technology to identify your valuable object. It is going to identify your valuable object. So clear with the topics. What else we have discussed by today? Yes, remaining we can continue in the next class. Yes, thank you students.